Rediscovering. In the beginning, it was I and a tiny he. When I met you, you and I became we with a tiny he. Then a tinier he came along, and we were whole. Immigration unhinged me at a cellular level. That passport with its Canadian landed immigrant document commemorating my entry into an Anglo reality transformed me. For a while, we were you and I and the two he's, while I pushing, cheering, supporting. We survived, thrived, even succeeded, with you and the he's winning the most, while I fell further behind from the we. With time, the passport disappeared somewhere inside the kitchen drawer with the discarded old objects of domesticity and broken promises of marriage. The symbol of my identity, lost citizenship of the lands that witnessed my birth, where I lived the first 32 years of my life, with my dream of a PhD in Latin American literature resting on my sheets beside my sexuality rendered dormant by a chemical straitjacket. Uprising from the symptoms of abiding disappointments, I stepped away from the we to become. In my exodus, I took only the tools for survival. The broken golden shackle, a museum piece inside a dark box. Winning of the last cocktail, not knowing the entire arc of my story. Aware, rediscovering. I away from the you so that I can become whole again. I found my old Venezuelan passport, held the contemporary history of my homeland, besieged, looted, raped, enslaved, forced to give up its original name, baptized in the language of agony, branded with cliché symbols, a new star, a horse looking left, and a constitution fossilizing power in the hands of the same gang leader per secula seculorum, when hers were already unique. I encountered this bizarre reality where ghosts roams the empty corridors of apartment buildings, mothers give birth to still dreams. In this becoming, I regain contact with my spirituality, tucked in the glossaries of resentment, forgiving my ailing and aging parents for their failure to love me, and the barbarians who strangle my people, pledging allegiances only to the commandment of love, without fear of unwanted pregnancies or malas lenguas, a woman in ownership of her sexuality, learning to accept rejections, delivering herself the daily bread, subject and witness of this story. Rediscovering. Morena, loca, venezolana, writer, consciousness shifter, teacher, three nationalities pierced into my complex identity, but without an entry visa to my homeland. Joining the diaspora of descent from Guarenas, Batires, Mucuchíes, Los Angeles, uprising for me and for you, motherland, Venezuela, together with fellows guerreros del teclado in our dance around the world. Thank you.